Sarah stood by the office window, gazing out at the bustling street below, where cars were lined up in traffic on the long road. She had been accustomed to this rhythm of life for the past 15 years, a stable job at a large marketing company in the city. Everything seemed like it would last forever. But on that day, the day she would never forget, everything changed forever. An email from the HR department arrived, with no greetings or warnings, just a simple notice that the company was restructuring and her position would be eliminated. She had worked tirelessly, contributed endlessly, but in the end, Sarah became one of the victims of an unexpected change that no one in the company could foresee. As she finished reading the email, Sarah felt like she had just been punched in the stomach. She couldn't believe her eyes. Losing her job at 42? The age she thought she had it all figured out, had found a stable career, and was even planning for the years ahead was unthinkable. But now, everything was different. It wasn't just losing a job, it felt like she had lost an important part of her identity. Since graduating from college, Sarah had worked tirelessly, always striving for promotions and accomplishments. From being a fresh graduate, she had climbed her way up to a project management position at the company. She was always the first to arrive and the last to leave. She had built a vast network of connections in the industry, had a stable income, and a life that seemed complete. But in that moment, Sarah realized that none of that was enough to protect her from uncontrollable changes. With trembling hands, Sarah closed her laptop and stepped out onto the balcony. She needed space to think. The following days were a whirlwind of emotions, from shock, anger to frustration. She had no idea what to do next. How could she start over at 42 after having dedicated so many years to this job? How could she face her family, friends, and everyone around her when she didn't even know where her future was headed? In the first few days, Sarah lived in the chaos of loss and lack of confidence. She no longer felt valuable, unsure of where to begin. Yet one thing she realized was that she couldn't keep living in sorrow and failure. She couldn't just sit still and let time pass because she knew she still had a lot to offer. She began searching for new jobs, but after a few weeks, Sarah noticed that the job market had changed drastically. New companies and younger, passionate, creative people were dominating the positions she once dreamed of. Meanwhile, recruiters were looking for new skills, for those who could work flexibly in a constantly changing world. Sarah began to feel like an outsider, left behind by the fast pace of technology and new trends in the marketing industry. One late evening, as Sarah sat in her apartment, she received a call from her old friend Rachel, with whom she had worked for many years. Rachel, who always had an optimistic and energetic outlook, never believed Sarah would fail. "Sarah, I know this is hard, but you can't let it defeat you. You're too good. You have too much potential. Think about the things you've never done before. Maybe this is your chance to start over in a way you never imagined," Rachel said, her voice filled with energy, as if she saw something in Sarah that Sarah hadn't yet realized in herself. That one sentence awakened something in Sarah. She realized that while losing her job was a shock, it also presented an opportunity to reflect on herself, to start over, and to try things she had never considered before. She decided she would not let this failure define her. Instead, she would reinvent herself and find a new path for her career. But this path was not going to be easy. Sarah began searching for courses, researching new industries she had never thought about before. She attended online workshops on entrepreneurship, new technologies, and trends in the marketing industry. Gradually, she began to notice that she was coming back, not to her old job, but to a new version of herself. A Sarah who was confident, ready to embrace challenges and seize opportunities. And then, one beautiful day, when Sarah received an email from a new company looking for someone with experience in marketing, but also seeking the tech skills she had just acquired, she realized she was ready. This was her chance to start over, not just with a new job, but with a completely new career path. Sarah decided to step out of her comfort zone. She began changing her mindset and approach to work. The first few days were incredibly challenging. Although she had spent an entire month looking for new jobs and learning new skills, the feeling of self-doubt lingered. A part of her couldn't shake the doubt about herself. She wondered, am I capable of starting over? With encouragement from Rachel and some other close friends, Sarah decided to try her hand at a startup in the tech industry, where she could apply her old marketing skills while also pushing herself into a new environment with fresh challenges. After many interviews and careful preparation, Sarah received an offer to join the marketing team at the new company, although she still felt apprehensive about adapting to such a different work environment. On her first day at the new company, Sarah immediately felt the difference. No longer was she in a traditional office environment with clearly defined and repetitive tasks. The startup she joined had a fast pace, a youthful team, and creativity seemed to be the only thing that mattered. She had to learn to work with new tools she wasn't familiar with, from online project management systems to data analytics software. The unfamiliarity at first made her feel uneasy. However, with unrelenting effort, Sarah began to feel more at ease in the new environment. She proactively participated in meetings, proposed ideas, and found ways to work effectively with the team. She realized that while her younger colleagues could quickly embrace new technology, she had the advantage of experience and communication skills, which allowed her to create connections and influence the team. Gradually, Sarah began to discover the strength in combining traditional experience with the new skills she was learning. However, life was never easy, especially when starting over after a setback. The deeper Sarah went into her work, the more she realized she was facing a storm of challenges, not only from work, but also from her own doubts. One of the biggest struggles was the feeling that she wasn't as young as before, that some of her colleagues could work faster and more flexibly, and the constant innovation in the tech world made her feel like she couldn't keep up. Despite having achieved small successes, the feelings of self-doubt were always present with every step she took. One day, after finishing a meeting that didn't go as planned, Sarah felt drained. She left the office and took a walk alone. At that moment, she couldn't hold back her tears. All the efforts over the past time seemed insufficient. Losing her job, learning new skills, and starting a new career, was it all pointless? She asked herself whether she could continue living without a stable job, without a clear path ahead. But it was during those moments that she found strength within herself. Rather than simply giving up, she decided to get up, learn from her failures, and take it step by step, knowing that the road ahead would be long and tough. One thing she learned was that change didn't always have to be a leap or a giant step. Sometimes it's just about small, steady steps with strategy. Sarah didn't seek an easy path. She knew that only with patience and determination could she move from this deadlock to a brighter future. She also realized that losing her job wasn't the end. It could be an opportunity to reinvent herself, to start over, and to pursue what she was truly passionate about. And that's why when she received the job offer from a startup, not only about the career, but also about the values that she had discovered along her journey, she decided to embrace the new challenge without hesitation.
Sarah's journey wasn't the only story. It's the story of many people facing challenges in life. Losing a job isn't the end, it's the beginning of a new chapter. And if you're in your 40s, 50s, or even 60s, never think it's too late to change. Every new day is an opportunity to start over, to find a new path for yourself. Sarah hopes that her story will inspire those who are feeling down, worried about their future after losing a job, or facing big changes in life. She once thought she couldn't overcome the fear and disappointment, but now she can proudly say she did, and so can you. What matters isn't how many times you failed, but whether you have the courage to get up every time you fall. Sarah isn't the only one on this journey, and neither are you. No matter where you are, no matter what challenges you face, trust that life will open new opportunities for you if you're strong enough to keep going. Don't let fear or failure define you. Let belief in yourself guide you and open new doors. The journey from losing a job to reinventing a career at 40, 50, or 60 can be long and tough, But Sarah has proven that with persistence and determination, anything is possible. The most important thing is that you trust your abilities and never give up. Every failure is a valuable lesson, and every day is an opportunity to move forward. Sarah's story is not just a personal journey, but a reminder to all of us that it's never too late to change. The difficulties at work, failures, or unwanted changes can all be opportunities to reinvent ourselves, develop new skills, and pursue new goals. Always remember, a career isn't a straight path, it's a journey with twists and turns and unexpected opportunities. The important thing is to always believe in your abilities, keep going, and never give up. If this story has inspired you and you want to continue following other motivational and meaningful stories, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. To never miss a story, hit the subscribe button now and continue the journey to discover new opportunities in life.